A family's worst nightmare becomes a path toward purpose for a Pleasant Hill High School teen. Ryan Thomas, badly injured in a fatal crash in 2024, dusted off her running spikes late last year, and she tells me the trajectory of her story isn't by chance. Just a year and a half ago, Ryan Thomas was learning to recover from devastating injuries after a fatal crash that happened here at Beacon Drive and River Road that changed her life forever. That same teenager, a senior now at Pleasant Hill High School, once confined to a hospital bed, is now back on the track and preparing to compete at the 3A State Track and Field Championship.
One of the first things she said in the ER was, "Am I going to be able to run again?" And in that moment, we didn't know.
I remember being pushed down the hallway of the ER and looking up at the ceiling, and my mom and sister are on either side of me and they're just bawling their eyes out. 3 days for me to realize that I was actually in the hospital with severe injuries and that Easton passed away.
Easton Bounds was just 13 years old. Thomas says she grieved along with her boyfriend Stephen Bounds, Easton's brother. Stephen also injured in the crash. Though she spent 2 weeks in the hospital, it would take the first 3 months for Thomas to learn to walk again.
I just thought track was over. I'm never going to do track again. I'm never going to run. My main focus was being able to be normal.
Despite the physical challenge, Thomas says it was the mental and emotional hurdles that seemed most insurmountable.
Not a lot of people saw how much Stephen and I were grieving, and along with their families.
Thomas says her mom, sister, visitors, and even the nurses got in on fueling her joy and her spark to return to track. It was during last indoor season Ryan ran her first 60 meters, but it wasn't until May that she felt 100%.
And I would try to do the workouts, but the way my lungs were collapsed and how my neck hurt, it took quite some time.
But now she's back and
I'm better. I feel like I'm a lot stronger now than I was sophomore year when I won.
That year she ran 12:49 in the 100 meter to win state. So far this year, her fastest time ran at the Oregon State High Performance Meet this month was 12:08. Now she's not just competing, but she's expected to contend for a state title in the 100 meter dash. But Thomas says it's no coincidence.
It shows that God had a plan for me, and he set out this hard and bumpy roadmap for me to follow on, and he gave me the drive and determination to get through it and push through it. So obviously it would be a really big win for me to get another title and another gold medal, but it's just I've already gone through so much, so it's just the perfect opportunity to share my testimony.
For Ryan and her family, this isn't just about winning, it's proof that hope, healing, and determination can change your story.
Getting to watch her run after all that she's been through, it just shows like how resilient she really is.
I'm super proud of her, as any parent would be, just seeing her overcome so much and to work really hard and community, and it's just really proud.
Thomas says as she and Stephen continue to build their bond, they continue to treasure and remember Stephen's brother Easton, who was lost in that crash.